Hello and welcome to Gfinity. This is of course the Pro Scrims. I'm Brycey and I'm joined by Mr. Trout.
How are you doing, Brycey?
I'm pretty good. I'm looking forward to this game, not because it features the best teams in the world, but because it kind of features something a little bit unusual.
Absolutely. We have got Team TYT, aka the YouTubers, who I'm very good friends with. We've got Insomnia's, Quicker Than You, Fearcrads and Benny Central, some top YouTubers here in the UK for Call of Duty, and they've been getting into the competitive side. They started off very late on in the Black Ops 2 cycle, and they're starting to show things in the Ghost world right now, and they actually managed to get to, I believe a couple of weeks ago, they got to the semi-finals of an EGL Cup, and they got to the last 16 last night. And we have got them here to play Aware Gaming, one of the veteran Call of Duty teams in the pro scene, to play a Pro Scrims match.
Yeah, it's one of them things that they're trying to get into it, and they're really enthusiastic about it. I've been talking to them a lot over the weekend. I mean, Mike was actually at MLG the previous weekend as well. He wasn't playing, but he is really heavily into the scene. So I'm always kind of interested to see these guys against one of the top teams in Europe. Aware are certainly that team. So without any further ado, I think we should get into the game, Trout.
I think we should drop into the game. I'm really excited to see how they do fare up. I mean, it's not an easy task going up against one of the most recognised teams in Europe, and one of the teams that's got some of the most experienced players in it. You've got Momo, Kyle, PT, McGee, absolute tanks in their own rights. And
oh, yes.
Just to see how their teamwork fares up against the pros will be such an incredible thing, and let's see how they do get on, because domination is one of those things that these guys are they're very much aware with the fact that they play it so much for their YouTube channels.
This is the exact point that I was going to make. These guys, they use domination a lot for their gameplay, so they know it like the back of their hand. Obviously, adjusting the competitive is a little bit different. Gonna have to play that objective a little bit more, not be worried about dying and the kill streaks going on. But first of all, on the sticks with Benny Central. Let's see what he can do, as he is in the middle of the map, just trying to hold it down. Now getting a bit of a pre-aim in, just trying to lock this area down before anyone goes for B. They are looking for the first couple of picks as well at this time. Just trying to get a bit of control before anybody makes a move for that B point.
It does look like they are aware of the numbers game. They want to get those kills down before making a move for the B flag, and they're just biding their time, see if they can bait them out. And Benny Central, oh, he picks up a kill there. He is going to get shut down very early on by PT. Momo picks up another kill. Surely Aware are going to try and pick up that B flag.
Yeah, jumping on board with McGee, using a thermal sight there as well. Kind of an interesting that also has a silencer. Trying to pick up a kill there. Oh, doesn't manage to get it, unfortunately. He is trying to still get it. Does eventually get his teammate to have it, but they now have control away as they are going to try and push forward. He's still trying to push forward as well, McGee. Just getting that thermal out, trying to pick someone off. Does actually pick off Quicker Than You. PD now looks like they're going to try and secure B. He is covering for his teammate. They should be able to pick this one up, and it does look like it's going to be advantage Aware Gaming.
Absolutely. McGee doing a great job of picking up a two-piece with that sniper rifle. Got control of the pawn shop and just made sure that his team had the cover they needed and the men down to pick up that B flag with as few casualties as possible.
Yeah, a little bit of an early run from Insomnia there, but however, Benny Central is on there, trying to pick up that kill, but McGee again with that silent sniper rifle takes him down. Now they are going to try and push. They have managed to neutralise B, so they're not that far behind at the moment. It is 19-16. Aware Gaming still in the lead. PD is going to go for it again once more, though. Has support of his teammate. Momo also going to split it towards the A. Great play from them. This could be the triple cap, and that is not looking good at the moment.
Absolutely. Benny doing a great job of getting the kills he needs to. He is such an incredible slayer. He's got such an amazing shot on him, and it looks like the YouTubers are going to pick up the B flag, so it should be a simple task picking up one of the A or C flags and moving forward on this. As Insomnius picks up a kill on Momo, that's going to be good. He's going to try and pick up that A flag. He's got that thermal AK-12. He's looking in all directions. Yes, he does pick up McGee as well. That's great anticipation by him. We've got Carl coming around the back. Can he pick up his two-piece? He does. He managed to keep that flag in their favor, and they do need to pick up a flag in return. They're going to, all of them, move to the B flag and see what they can make happen.
Fantastic play by, the TYT and Aware Gaming there. TYT almost getting the three back into it, but Aware Gaming Kyle did just slap them down and give them back the two-piece, but there we go. Now the YouTube team actually managed to bring it back. They now have the advantage in caps. It's 2-1. It's 37-30 at the moment. Can this YouTube team actually hold on against Aware Gaming at the moment? We are on board with Quicker Than You. He's going up top, trying to see if he can pick anyone off here and just lock it down.
Yeah, he's got that MTAR-X, and he's just going to see where they're spawning. He does pick up that kill. McGee is going to turn around but get shut down. Insomnius, we're now on board with. He's going to chuck stuns and a grenade over onto the A flag, see if he can pick up a kill. He does get neutralized, but he's managed to delay the cap as long as possible. Insomnius trying to challenge. He is shut down by Momo. McGee's going to move over the top broken house. Momo is still capping that A flag for his team, and there's lots of flags going in all sorts of directions. Fearcrad's, funnily enough, actually using an AR, so we've got 2 ARs for Team YouTube. This could be an interesting development right now.
Yeah, he's just trying to hold it down. Just managed to pick up one. Does he get the second as well? Fearcrash does take him down. Kyle and Petey both dropping to him, and he's just trying to hold it down at the moment. Locking down B, his team trying to push as well. I mean, they have an opportunity to get C here. There's nobody near it, but they are in fact letting these points go, and now looks like they're going to rotate towards it. Fearcrash just trying to the gunfight. Can he pick it up? Benny actually clears that up for him. Kyle there, but look, there are so many of the Aware Gaming team on B now. They should have it locked down, and it just seems like every time the YouTube team try to push forward, Aware Gaming kind of have their number and are able to counter it very, very quickly.
Well, they've got such fantastic shots, it's not even much of an effort for them to try and pick up the kills they need to. And it looks like the YouTube team are in a good position. They just don't know how to go and close the game out. It looks like Insomnius there a little bit baffled by the ghillie suit, thought that Momo was actually a dead character, and it's simple days for Aware right now. They're just spawn locking them at the petrol station.
You certainly are. McGee currently on the 6 with this man, just trying to see what he can do, and it does seem like he might be helping push in towards C. It could be the triple cap here. We do see a player actually flicking back and forth onto that C flag, and at the moment this YouTube team don't really have any kind of answer to it.
Yeah, they seem to have been locked into that pawn shop and not really sure what to do. And one of them has actually gone for a Lone Ranger approach on the flag. Not really something you want to be doing in competitive Call of Duty for domination, because you're pretty much going to get cleaned up very quickly. Although the fact that you can neutralize a flag in this game, it's not the wisest decision. You're pretty much going to put your team at a disadvantage, and you're just going to pay for it in the end.
It is, but at the moment it does seem like it is 81 to 54, and it does mean Aware Gaming can take a fantastic lead in this domination series. Team YouTube, or TYT better known as, don't really seem to have much of an answer. They're making the kills what they need to, but it just seems like Aware are better tactically around this map. Every time TYT makes a move, Aware have a counter answer for it, and that's the reason for the score you're currently seeing, 86 to 61.
Yeah, so a 25-point deficit. I think they won't be too disappointed with that. It's such a incredible feat to come up against a pro team like Aware and try and beat them at something they've been doing completely, you know, for money. They've been doing it for so long now that it's not really going to be the easiest task to overthrow them in that kind of scene.
No, big plays actually there from Momo, 11 and 7 with 5 captures, so he did an awful lot of work on and around the objective. Certainly one of the players to keep an eye of. A huge veteran of the scene, been to over 20 events now.
Absolutely. I think we're going to go to a short commercial break. We'll be right back after these messages. Hello and welcome back to the Gfinity Pro Scrims. My name is Chris Trout, aka the Trout91, and I'm joined by the lovely Brycey.
Hello and welcome. We are going to go into the second half of this domination map. It is currently Aware 86, TYT 61. Big 25-point lead for the Aware Gaming boys. Can they close this one out though? Are TYT going to come back into this? We're going to find out very shortly. What do you think about that, Trout?
They've got to play really aggressive TYT from the start. They're on the weaker side as well, so they've got to make the most of the space and the buildings they have to their advantage. It can be very easy to get spawn locked in there, which is why I said that they have the weaker side, although they do have a lot more buildings to make use of. They've got to pull up something very audacious and pretty much just set the tone for the rest of the game from the beginning. They can get that 25-point deficit lowered very, very quickly.
Yeah, they're going to have to win this half by a big margin to try and pull it back. Let's see what they can do. Currently picking up a lot of kills in the middle, and it does seem like we're just thinking through here, trying to find someone. Benny Central at the moment, trying to see if he can pick up some kills with Remington. Does see if several in front of him, manages to pick up one. Doesn't get the second. Fearcrads picks up as we do flick on board with him. Now, funny enough, I was speaking of Fearcrads at the weekend, and he was obviously he was at MLG, and he was kind of watching some of the gameplay going on, and he picked up that a lot of top players were using this dual thermal sight. So obviously something he has learned over the weekend, now putting into full effect here on the Pro Scrims. Just trying to pick up a few kills. They are making the kills at the moment. Quicker than you, picking up Momo as well. Now they're going to try and make it.
They are spawning outside of the main central area, so it would be a good idea to pick up the flag quicker than you with the AR as well, just trying to pick it up himself. He does in the end pick it up, but that's going to be 2 down for the YouTubers right now. They've got to come back and try and stop them from picking up the B flag. Momo just rotating around to his A flag, making sure no one's going to take it away. It looks like he's playing some heavy defensive work right now. 2 more kills going down for the YouTubers. Momo answers back with a kill on Benny Central. PT once again picks up a kill on a flag that's going to be neutralized for their team. Fearcry's doing a great job with that. Remington right now picks up 2 kills. There's going to be a third for PT in there. PT picking up a massive 2-piece as well on the pawn shop. Now they've got to try and capitalize on this as quickly as possible.
Certainly is. It's currently 1 point apiece with 1 remaining neutral, and it does seem like Aware Gaming might go for the 2. Team YouTube going to go pick up that one on their home base at C. But Aware Gaming now going to have the advantage if they can take this and hold it down, as it should lock in any second now, and there it goes. Now on the sticks with McGee. What can he do to lock in this YouTube team to their home spawns? You can see they're all pushing one way. And at the moment, not having any map control at all. Aware Gaming running this at this very second. Benny Central's reduced, goes down. Momo picking up 2 as well. At the moment, TYT not having a great time. Fearcrash picks up a kill, but Momo gets another one at the same time. Insomulus, Momo, once again, we do jump on board with him, seeing what he can do. He has picked up 3 kills in quick succession. Currently 6 and 3 with 1 capture. And TYT are locked in.
Yeah, they all spawned together, and instead of moving together as a unit and overwhelming 1 or 2 of the players, they decided to disperse, which is a very bad idea, especially if you're behind like this, because these guys are going to set up and they're going to punish you for little mistakes that you make. So they dispersed, they had no real gun power to fight back with and get out of that spawn lock, and they have paid for it, and now they find themselves almost, what is that? That's 14 points behind right now, and they're already 25 points behind in total from the first half, so they've got to make something happen and work together, and it seems like a little bit of organisation could go a long way for these guys.
Certainly could. See what they can do. Can they come against these monsters that is Aware Gaming? Fearcrash trying to pick up this kill. He will try and split it now. However, there are 2 Aware Gaming guys in the area. He does get shots put on him. Can he make this kill? No, does get shut down by Momo once again. At the moment, TYT just not having any fun running around this map. Aware Gaming kind of just locking them in as McGee shuts down quicker than you. And at the moment, I don't know, TYT not really able to do anything against Aware Gaming. Aware Gaming have their number, they know where they're going, and they're out shooting them.
Yeah, they're in a situation we're all too familiar with, where you're very nervous about what's going on, you're seeing that the game is slipping away from you, you've got to make something happen, you almost get a little bit urgency with your play style, you start sprinting around and making mistakes a little bit too often, you get caught in mid-sprint, you're down, that's 5 seconds, you're out of the game, you come back, you've got to run to a point, you might still be sprinting around a little bit pissed off that you actually got killed in that exchange, and then you die again because you're caught in sprint, and then you've got to move and move and move, and it's a never-ending cycle almost, and it can be very frustrating, and it seems that that's kind of caught up with it.
There's Carl actually going down the screen there, and it does seem like Aware Gaming not able to do an awful lot here at the moment, as they do try to get, look at all the kills.
3-piece right there.
Big 3-piece.
That's a 4 actually.
Fearcry's actually managed to lock it down, and now Team YouTube have managed to get the advantage here, and now it might be their chance to shine. Can they lock them into the strip club and get some serious points on the board? Looks like they were going for the triple cap, didn't actually come off though. Aware Gaming just able to deflect that, but they now have a chance to get some points back on the board. I don't think it's going to be enough to come over the huge deficit they currently have on this map with only 27 seconds left.
No, I think it's just a bit of damage limitation right now. Fearcry's certainly putting in a stellar performance. 15 and 9 right now for his team. Not particularly having the captures to his name, but certainly doing a great job in the Slayer role, which is, I think, the designated role for Benny Central. So I'm quite surprised to see him using an AR like this. But he's doing a great job. 17 and 10 now. Just about neutralizes that flag. And they do have 2 flags in their name, so it's going to be a bit of damage limitation for them. Not a bad effort from the YouTubers in the first domination game.
No, it wasn't. They were only at 9 points behind on that one, actually meaning they are 34 points is the amount they lost that one by. But you know what? For me, Fearcrads at the end there seriously put in some work. I think the entire revisal towards the end was just him.
Yeah, out of the guys involved in this team, he's had one of the most experience playing at a competitive level I've seen in charity tournaments. He's actually been to an EGL to compete before with a different set of YouTubers teams. Yes, exactly. He's been to EGL 4 as well as a couple of other little bits and bobs here and there. He was actually in our in-studio tournament as well that we had with some of the other YouTubers. So he's no stranger to the competitive scene, so I think he knows what kind of order he's in for going forward. But we'll be right back after this commercial for the second map.
Hello and welcome back to the Gfinity Pro Scrims. I am Bryce and I'm joined by Trout.
Yeah, and we are watching the YouTube team versus Aware Gaming in a Pro Scrim. The Aware Gaming lineup taking the first map of domination. No real surprise, but it was a good effort from the YouTubers. They lost by about 30 points in the end, something about 35. So not a bad effort. I've seen some worse defeats between two pro teams, and we are going to start up this second map very quickly. It's going to be a Search and Destroy on Warhawk. I've heard good things about these YouTubers for Search and Destroy. I'm not so sure about their organization, but I've seen and heard that they've got some very interesting strategies when it comes to this game mode.
Yeah, so we'll probably be seeing them in full effect this time around. Let's see how they can do it. We're going to jump on board, I believe, with the attacking team first of all.
Absolutely. I believe it is Aware Gaming that will be on the attack to start off for. We're told Momo's team to spawn on the top every time, and the YouTubers to spawn on the bottom, and I believe the top side is on attack. Yes, it is, in fact. So it looks like we're going to see some sniping from the defensive team. We might see some sniping from the attacking team. Let's see how this all works out. And it's going to be a very predictable move around to the B bomb site. Kyle leading the charge with the MTI. He's going to chuck out a smoke grenade to start with, I believe that was. He's going to look through the mid street just in case something does surprise him down there.
Now moving into this area, trying to lock it down. There is in fact smoke there, but they've got to be careful. A lot of people now using thermal sights on their gun. Still on board with Kyle, and it does seem like he has actually spotted one there by the truck. That's going to get called out to his team. Did he see him go past?
I think he did. I would hope he did.
Oh, he's going to get taken
down.
Him out. But now McGee is there with a silent sniper rifle, and it does seem like a aware game. He's getting taken very quickly. Now 1 versus 4 left. Can he hold it down? It looks like quicker than he's going to go straight for the bomb. Does get taken down by Momo, picking up a 2-piece. It is now coming down to a 1 versus 1. Momo actually took down 3, I believe, there. No, sorry, there is 2. It's 1 versus 2. Now it does seem like Benny did take down Momo.
It's a good start from the YouTubers. I mean, I think that we underestimated the flank there by quicker than you it was in the end. Carl not... well, I think he did call it out because we saw McGee taking shots at him, but it wasn't exactly the most organized of defensive setups for them. It just seemed like the YouTubers pincered them in, and when they saw the bomb go down, they all moved in at the same time, took them out. Kyle was in such a dominant position, but he did get caught out, and I can't remember who it was, but actually picked up that kill, and it put them 3 people down. McGee's only got a sniper rifle. Momo with that thermal LMG, he's not going to be moving around too much, and because Stalker's gone, he's pretty much just a sitting duck in that room. And it just wasn't exactly the greatest performance of Ware that round, but let's see if they do make it up on this attacking round.
Lots of thermals coming into play, and Somulus trying to get this shot through the netting there. Doesn't actually manage to get it. Momo is there. So we jump on board, trying to find someone in the action. Fearcrad's now on board with him, just trying to lock this down. Pre-aiming the doorway. Nobody is there at the moment. His teammate go for the bomb, but he does get taken down. Aware Gaming knocking out 2 of the TYT team. And now it's going to be Insomulus all alone.
He's in a bad position. He's in the mailroom, and he's pincered in here. He knows that they're there. Oh,
how did he get away?
I have no idea how he's managed to live through that, but he is going to climb up the top, try and bait them out. I think he's going to go for a rotation round to A. I'm not too sure.
Bit of parkour there from Insomulus to escape the trap. And now they're still looking for him. They must think he must have gone back that way, but he hasn't.
Rotate. Go on. Rotate, Joe. You've got to rotate. Otherwise, you've got no chance of going to B.
I think they may have spotted him, though, as they now come towards the A-bomb. He's going to come down on his right. Is he going to check it? There was a shadow there, but he didn't see the shadow, and it does mean he's probably going to be shot in the back any second.
Turn around! Turn around!
Oh, he shoots someone there, but he's going to get taken down anyway. I'm surprised.
How did he not see the shadow?
I'm surprised he didn't pick up on the shadow. Maybe something he was just a little bit... You could tell he was a little bit nervous to what speed he was moving at. Trying to find him down, but they got the pinch really well there, Aware Gaming. They both come and took him on at the same time. And that meant easy kills now, 1-1.
Well, just a bit of expert play from Aware Gaming. You can see the veterans in them coming out in full effect there. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. Pincered them in. I'm still baffled that he didn't see the shadow. I mean, I spotted that. You spotted it for clear as day. I suppose the viewers at home would have most likely seen that shadow as well. But I don't know. Maybe he got a little bit scared. Maybe he thought 2 of them were coming round and he couldn't take them both on. It's a mystery, but we're going to see what happens here. An early kill going down for the Aware Gaming team, and Somulus is going to go down. Do you like my camera work here?
I think it's fantastic camera work. I'm looking at Fearcrads now. Trying to see, obviously, using the external cameras. We do have the ability to. Kyle actually going to take down Fearcrads as well. It's now going to be a 1 versus 4. As we do have a quick flick through. Now on board with Kyle. Looks like we might try and engage. He's going to get picked off anyway. Easy round there for Aware Gaming. Now 2-1 to them.
Absolutely great. Semtex thrown out by Carl to predict that someone was sitting back there. I think it might have been Benny just watching the flank to see if something happened, and his whole team got taken down in that affair, and it didn't play out well, and he was pretty much just left alone to perform a 4v1 clutch almost, and there wasn't much he could do about it. They're going to try and redeem themselves on the attack, and it looks like they're going to go for a quick rush onto the A-bomb site. A lot of people preferring to go for that B-bomb site, and they're going to set up. They have delayed it a little bit. Once you get there, you've kind of really got to go for it and make them pay if they have only got 1 or 2 people there when you've got an entire team stacking on it.
However, Insomulus on the sticks with this man. Let's see what he can do. Trying to push through now. He's going to go on board. We do go on board with the external camera once again. We can see McGee in the bush. And it does seem like McGee's backing off. Kyle's there actually with him. And now that bomb could go down if Insomulus tries to put it down. Kyle just watching Main Street. McGee actually holding in the plumbing.
It's 3v2 now. Oh, there's McGee lying in the doorway. Oh, McGee just destroys Benny there. I think Benny actually knew that he was around the corner, and McGee picks up the kill anyway. the entire YouTube team just slowly whittled away in that round, and looks like Aware Gaming are going to take this series to, well, this map to 3-1.
Certainly are. At the moment, it does seem like PT and Inchumblers both dropping the donut at the moment. Not able to get on the board. 3-1, you did say. Aware versus TYT. TYT kind of needed to shape up a bit. Kyle and Momo doing the damage for Aware Gaming, though. 7-1 and 5-1, respectively. Big kills from them guys.
Absolutely. And we're going to jump on board with the attacking team. It's going to be Aware Gaming. As we see what the defensive lineup are going to try and pull out on the stop. They're going to disperse around the map once again. Looks like the entire Aware Gaming team going to move towards that B-bomb site. McGee on board with the Remington. Great little shot he's got on him, and he's followed up by another one. I think that's Momo with the thermal LMG again moving into that house. Let's see. Quicker than you coming around the backside once again. This is the second time he's done this. It hasn't been called out by the teammates. Let's see what he pulls off. He does pick up that kill on McGee. Can he pick up a second?
His team should really be coming in to help him.
Yeah, they should be calling something out right now. But they're already down to 2.
Great flank, but quicker than you. He has actually broken up Aware Gaming completely. PD in the middle trying to do some work there. He is going to be kind of trapped in the mailroom, just trying to do some work. He's just trying to keep alive at the moment by the look of it. And the quicker than you, looks like he tried to push some shots down and PD didn't actually get it. PD does eventually get taken down though. And there we go, TYT managed to get one back, making it 3-2 to Aware Gaming right now. But it's all quicker than you really who did the big kills on that one. The fact he managed to pick up a kill on the flank meant the entirety of Aware Gaming actually flicked where they were looking, gave Bentley the opportunity to pick up a kill, and from there it was kind of curtains.
Well, the thing with the YouTubers, they have got those cojones to go around and make those really audacious plays. I mean, those are the kind of strats that you would see in a public search and destroy. They don't particularly turn out in the greatest affair during a competitive match, because you've usually got someone watching the back of them and they can usually get caught out. But quicker than you, just surprising them with such a aggressive push, just goes straight round the back, picks up some easy kills, and gives his team a great opportunity to attack that bomb.
Really does now. On the sticks with Benny Central. Let's see what he can do. Just holding the flank at the moment, not able to do an awful lot.
Completely.
Aware Gaming take down the rest of his team, and he goes down at the same time. Benny not able to do an awful lot of pretty much anything at the moment, and it does mean that Aware Gaming should take this one fairly easy. It's going to be 4-2 to them.
Yeah, it was a weird one, because Benny just sat there even though he knew his teammate was going to plant the bomb. They were completely separated. They had no chance of really doing anything. It looks like Carl's being chased by teammates and just trying to be team kill. And obviously, because this isn't Black Ops 2, we're not playing with streaks that really stack up too much, apart from the specialist bonus. But that's not exactly the most valuable thing, I suppose. Maybe in something like Search and Destroy it could play its part, but it's not exactly going to be too much of a problem if it is given away. But had they killed him and he had been on streaks, you know, it could come down to that one round that actually just completely goes in the other team's favour.
It certainly could, so we're going to jump back on board and see how this round's going to play out. TYT got to be feeling the pinch a little bit as we jump on board with Benny Central, and Benny once again pre-aiming, trying to find someone to pick off first of all, playing very defensive at the moment. And it does mean TYT are not in a position to deflect this pressure Aware Gaming are putting on B. No big flanks from them this time round. Now we just having a quick flick through.
They're playing incredibly defensive right now. Petey's going to go and plant that bomb on the B site. They've got to move around together. They have called out that nothing is going on the A site. Looks like quicker than you once again going for that flank. Carl's watching in his usual spot. Fearcrads and Benny picking up a kill. It's Benny coming around the backside, actually. I thought it was quicker than you, but it looks like Fearcrad's going to challenge. He does pick up that kill on Momo. There's one left on the Aware Gaming lineup against 3 of the YouTubers. Let's see what happens. Fearcrad's going to look around the left side, spots him in the barn, going to put shots down. Is a teammate going to go for the diffuser? He is going to go for the diffuser. He's taken down. It's Insomulus that goes down. Benny picks up the kill in the end, and that's going to be a round for the YouTubers, putting to 4-3.
Kyle almost did the impossible there and held them off long enough. Not able to do it though. YouTubers actually getting a point back there. It all kind of kicked off very, very quickly. The YouTube team actually pushing in fast and furious. TYT actually able to break Aware Gaming's hold over that bomb site, and it's still game on.
Interestingly enough, I feel like in Search and Destroy for a lot of teams, they're better on the attack than they are in defense, and it looks like the YouTubers are very, very solid when it comes to defending a bomb site, because they play so aggressive at what they're doing instead of sitting back and waiting for something to happen. But it just, having said that, on the attack, it doesn't look like they're really too set up in what they want to do, and they kind of get a little bit indecisive, and it kind of bites them in the bum a little bit.
It certainly does. However, PD taking down Insomulus first of all. The advantage to Aware Gaming at the moment, and Fearcrad's just trying to hold it down. It looks like they're going for a really passive play here on the defense On board with McGee now, and it is now 2 versus 4. PD actually getting the second kill of the round. Can he try and get this? McGee, Fearcrats as we switch to him. Look how defensive he is. He does see someone there. Can he manage to pick up this kill? No! PD gets the third one for him for this round. Benny Central now last alive for TYT.
Pull it off, Benny. 4v1 clutch. Go on, my son.
He is in a little bit of a position, and he is someone literally right there.
No!
Miss him. Does actually miss him, and it does mean it's going to be 5-3 now to Aware Gaming. Benny had him locked in, didn't manage to get it, and it is Petey. Petey gets the ace. All 4 kills in that round for Petey, as he just picks up the easiest kill probably out of all 4.
Absolutely. Benny, it shows the difference in the experience that a pro would have probably checked that corner just to make sure that someone wasn't there. And Benny, probably getting a little bit nervous, has actually backed off and just given up because he knows the kind of deficit he's behind with. He's got to take out all 4 pro members, and it's such a phenomenal task to try and overcome, and the situation got the better of him.
So Kyle gets taken out by Fearcrats first of all on this one. First blood to TYT as they do get that pick. Now what can they do? Can they capitalise on it as we do switch over to Insomulus quicker than you? And back to Insomulus. PD now on board. He does manage to get that thing. Does manage to take down Benny. Bringing you back to 3 versus 3. Let's see what they can do now. Trying to get this.
They know they've got the numbers advantage, so they're almost waiting for them to put the bomb down because they know if they all go together, the numbers game is probably going to play in their favour, but Fearcrat's going to cook a grenade, chuck it over, see if it picks up a kill. I don't think it does, but it might have got a hit marker. And someone's just waiting around. He does charge out eventually, gets the hit fire. Fearcrats pulls up the kill in that situation.
A little bit windy there from Insomulus, but Fearcrat's able to do it.
Picks up the 2-piece at the end for the final kill cam. It should be quite a nice one, actually.
There you go, he locks that one down, comes around the corner, actually does the pistol whip and takes him down as well. Dodging all the bullets there. Great play from Fearcrats. You know what? Insomulus was in a lot of trouble before he come along, and it is now 5-4 to Aware Gaming. TYT are not out of this yet. It could go either way.
Well, they just need to have a good attacking round, and they can pull this back to 5-1 and have an intense final round match. Will be interesting to see if they choke or they soar with the actual. I can't even get my words out. The I don't even know. Well, you continue for me. I'll sit here and think about what I'm trying to say. But you go.
Yeah, you sit in that corner and think about what you're doing.
I'm sorry.
On board with PD. Let's see what he can do now. He's just got it. There's somebody there, but he is going to get taken out by quicker than you. He's now on board with Insomulus, and it does seem like this is a really good push. Fearcrat's actually taking down Momo. And now it's going to be a 1 versus 4. Can McGee do this? He does see 1. Doesn't manage to get it, though. And it is now going to go to 5-5. Aware Gaming versus TYT, right down to the wire on this Search and Destroy. And here is your final kill cam.
Absolutely. They have got the opportunity. They've got such a task in front of them to take a map against a pro team. This team of YouTubers who play for fun, play casually, bit of the pub star reputation. Can they finally prove that they are not just as bad as they are perceived by the pro players? They've got an incredible task. Are they going to sink or are they going to swim?
Well, that's it right now as we jump on board with one of them. It's going to be Fearcrats. What can he do? Just pre-aiming here a little bit. Quite a passive play for them. They're not at either bomb site, and that means they're going to have to break in probably as a team.
It looks like Aware have read it very beautifully as well. They're probably thinking that the situation is going to get the better of them. They have played such a defensive style, and it looks like a little bit of indecision. They need someone to call the shots, and they just haven't got that person to call the shots.
It does seem like TYT are looking for the first pick, but they're looking at such a narrow section of the map that basically Aware Gaming are going to have to wander into it for them to be lucky. They're going to have to try and maybe come up with a slightly different strategy. Time ticking away as the first one of them goes down. Kyle taking down Benny Central.
40 seconds left on the clock. They've got to make something happen here.
Now Fearcrat's on board with him. He's just come around this corner. He's going to come into someone and he gets a kill back. But McGee picks up a 2-piece, meaning 1 left alive, and he gets picked up as well. And there we go. Aware Gaming are going to take this second map as well against TYT. And maybe just a bit more experience there in the kind of tense situations allowed TYT to pull that one off.
Yeah, it was disappointing. They had the opportunity in there in front of them to take it forward and actually make something of it. And unfortunately for them, it's not going to go that way. So
Fearcrats, great play from him once again. 12-7. Insomulus not really having a good game. 1-8 there, not really dropping the numbers he would want to in this kind of game. But that was map 2. Currently 2-0 to Aware Gaming versus TYT. And just before we go to a break, because we're about to, I just want to quickly talk about TYT for a minute.
Okay.
Now, obviously, this is Pro Scrims, and I know there's probably been a bit of talk about why are this TYT team on here. Obviously, you being one of the main members at Gfinity. Maybe you'd like to elaborate on that?
Well, it's the fact that they are a team who have great potential. I feel personally that they are a great team. I mean, they told me how little that they actually practice together. They play a couple scrims, and during the Black Ops 2, just before the game ended, they got into the competitive scene. They said that they didn't have any strategies together. When they played at EGL 11, they had 8 days practice of a little bit of scrimming. And they got to round 4. I'm not exactly sure how many's left.
Yeah, they got the winners bracket round 4. I was there watching.
And I thought that was an incredible feat to get to without any real practice.
Yeah, I kind of agree to you. For me, one of the main factors about this team, the reason people are talking about this team is actually really quite simple. 500,000 subscribers between them, more followers than almost any pro team that are actually out there. So this team is certainly going to be one of the more watched ones in Call of Duty this season, simply because of the social media pull they're bringing to it.
They're an entertaining bunch to watch. They're an entertaining bunch of people to talk to and listen to, and they're great guys to be around. And they just want to prove that, pub stars can be good at competitive gaming as well. That kind of skill level does transfer over at some point.
Yeah, they are definitely trying to make an impact this year, so we will find out, can they do something map 3 of this Gfinity Pro Scrim right after this break. Hello and welcome back to Gfinity Pro Scrims. We are with Aware Gaming versus TYT. We're going to go into map 3, and joining me for this is Mr. Chris Trout.
I was going to say, if you didn't introduce me, I would have been very offended right now. But we are watching Aware versus TYT, the YouTubers, the thing that everyone is talking about. I hear that they get a lot of stick from not only the pro players, but
actually,
you're wrong. Like GB warriors.
I'm I'll put you straight on that one. The pros are actually really alright with these guys. It's just kind of below that pro level that people are starting to have a problem. And you know what? I can kind of understand if
I think it's the fact that they're actually upsetting them. They're not actually ready for.
They're not as bad as people thought they might be. But I think it's more to do with the fact that some of these teams have been trying to break into the kind of top echelon of COD for quite a while. That kind of top 8 where you recognise things.
So they've just come in.
And this team's kind of come in with a huge social media pull and gone, you know what? We're already well known. And that's it's going to upset a few people.
I guess I can see that kind of thing. You know, you've been working so hard and you've been training for like this moment, and they come in. They've pretty much steal the limelight with all the views and attention they get already.
It's like someone puts them straight on pro scrims or something. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Wait, is that a personal attack on me? Oh, Benny actually failing with the knee slide there to get the first portal of the game. And it doesn't work out, but quicker than you, sneaky as anything, managed to pick up the first portal of the game and put the team in the lead.
You know, that's a really interesting play there. It did seem like this TYT team did just push very, very aggressively and going for it again. It is now 1-1 on these two teams. Let's see what they can do. We're on board with Carl. He's going to get shut down. Can they go in here? It does seem like TYT going to get the second point as well. Petey trying to fight for this one. He does manage to take him down, but Benny Central answers back and shuts him down before he can get that point back on the board. Quicker than you. Actually going for it again, but Momo shutting him down. The aggressiveness of both teams is now 3-2.
Yeah, it seemed almost like at the start it was an organised push for everyone to flood in there and, you know, almost distract them for quicker than you to come through the top side and get that cap, which was a great little play from the guys in general. And since then, it's kind of disrupted away, and they know they've got to go on the attack. And the thing with this game mode, it is kind of has a snowball effect in the fact that once you become behind in the total point score, you keep pushing up, and you've got to try and combat that.
Oh, Faircrad's good two-piece from him.
Absolutely, and likewise, you've got to the other team will be combating that and going for the points, and it will just be constantly going backwards and forwards.
Goodness, it does seem at the moment that TYT now 5-2 ahead. They're just being so aggressive. They did actually manage to stop the push from Aware Gaming just a minute ago, but they keep relaying it in again and again. Carl trying to now pick up a few kills. Can he pick up the second one as well? He does. And then now going to try and push forward. They are just fighting tooth and nail at the moment. They do manage to get a point back as well. 5-3 as the points are going to rack up on this one very, very quickly.
Yeah, I think it's one thing that YouTubers know how to do, it's to sprint. And that seems to be what this game mode revolves a lot around, is just getting up into the objective and getting those points for your team. As we are on board with McGee, he's going to look over to the left-hand side, does manage to pick up a kill. Can he pick up the second? No, just a little bit of sloppy aim there. Does not allow him to pick it up. He's going to carry on hard aiming down there, see if he does challenge back out. I don't think he's silly enough to do that, but quicker than you. He's on his bike, and he's quick enough to get out of there and try and get a point for his team. Let's see if he does pick it up. Fearcrats with some great defensive work. Very defensive play from them right now.
It does. They know they're ahead 5-3 at the moment. It does seem like Fearcrats and Benny doing most of the defending at the moment. Quicker than you and Insomulus just running around like lunatics at the moment, trying to get into that point time and time again, forcing Aware to try and stop them, as they have managed to get in a few times already. Quicker than you, spawning up in a good position to help defend this push from Aware Gaming. Can they now try and hold this still on board? Jumping on board with Fearcrats, quicker than you. Now Kyle for the attack. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kyle just managing to do a good job of delaying his push. Momo's going to try and answer back. He's got 6 seconds to wait for that to come back off of its cooldown. There is a YouTuber team player going there. Oh, the stun grenade almost coming out quick enough to stop him from getting there, but it's not going to happen. It is leveled up at 5-0 and sneaky as you like. Carl just looking in the completely wrong direction does pay for his lack of thinking there, and that is going to be a point for the YouTubers. With 1 minute 30 in this first half, they are still in the lead.
They are still in the lead, but only just. It is come right back down to the wire. Quicker than you on board with him once again. He does make another push. He does like this route. Can he try and find someone here? Does drop down. There are going to be a few players around him, and his teammate actually gets in. He's going to pick up a kill at the point as well. Going to try and back off now. Is he going to try?
They don't actually know he's there.
I think that they might have a clue. Now he's been heavily stunned. Fearcraz now still being quite defensive. There is only Benny, I believe, who's back at the moment, and he does see.
Oh my
down.
God!
Benny.
Fearcrads. Was it Fearcrads?
I'm not entirely sure who it was. I think that was Benny that might have pulled that off, actually.
Absolutely sensational turn on right there. It was interesting because he actually stopped him from capping it by standing on the portal himself, and just getting that 180 turn on was absolutely a joke. He must feel a little bit silly about himself right now.
He certainly is. Faircrest picks up another kill, and it does seem 9-5 at the moment of TYT, playing Blitz better than the Aware team at the moment. It's now on board with Carl. Can they try and get at least 1 or 2 points back going into the second half? PD is there. PD picks up 1. McGee picks up that. PD with a 2-piece. Carl backing him up as he goes down. Insomnius just managed to get that one. No, Insomnius not able to stop Carl coming around the corner. 9-6 at the moment. And it does seem like this game is going to be very, very tight regardless going into the second half. However, TYT leading by 3 points.
It's a good job by Kyle and Petey there. Petey just baiting Insomnius out. He does pick up the kill, and while he's reloading, Kyle comes charging in there, manages to pick up a point. He does go back straight away and picks up another one. So they're going to be 2 portals down at the half-time break. They haven't actually had the lead so far, so this is going to start back up very quickly, unlike the domination where we've got to end the game and start it back up.
Yeah, this one does it automatically, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's now go into the second half, and can TYT actually hold this one going into it? You know, it'd be great if they managed to get this map. They did come very close in the search and destroy. They are now leading on the Blitz.
Absolutely.
As we jump on board. Let's have a little look at the scoreboard as well. 14 and 11 for PD with 2 captures. Certainly doing work on his team. 9 and 5 for Momo. He's also positive.
Benny actually 5 and 10 there. I'm so used to seeing Benny double positive rather than double negative. So that is, you've just got to think, does that play too well on their mind? You know, no one actually likes being that negative. And I know Benny is so, he admires his KD so much that it could play a little bit on his nerves and maybe his overall mentality. It might have an effect on the team. Let's see how it does pan out though.
Carl using the dynamic map to his advantage there, blowing over the window. It does actually just run past someone, go straight in. Now 9-8 to TYT, but it's come down to 1 point. Momo now holding here, picks up 1 kill, trying to see if there's a second one. Can he get it as well? Momo with the 2-piece, and it does mean that he's opened the way for his teammates to come back into this. He just seems to be holding here, holding down mid-map, making sure nobody comes round. And we can see Aware Gaming pushing through, trying to get another point. Yeah,
this isn't a good situation for the YouTubers right now. They have, in my opinion, got the worser of the 2 sides. There's not as much you can make out of getting out of there. And the Aware lineup looked like they've locked down the map pretty well in their advantage. And instead of making their moves out of the actual portal site that they were doing in the first half, they're not doing it. They're sitting very defensive back. They're losing a couple gunfights that they would normally winning. And
oh, look at this.
They're struggling to get anything going right now, and it looks like Aware just going to make them pay as McGee comes around the back, and for the first time in this game, they are leading. It's taken them almost 6 minutes and a half to get in the lead.
It certainly has, and it does seem like they're now winning all of the gunfights. TYT are not really playing the same way they did in the first half. I mean, in the first half, they had Benny and Fearcrats kind of just slaying and defending, letting Insomnius and Quicker Than You run free, and they're not doing it this time. They're losing pretty much every gunfight going. Fearcrat just managed to pick up a kill now. He goes forward, but he gets taken down as well. And now another point's gone in. Look at the score reversal here from 9-7 to 12-9 in 2 minutes. And it does mean that Aware Gaming are now firmly in the lead as he gets another point, 13-9. And that is just a ridiculous scoreline. That's 5 points to nothing in the first 2 minutes, 10 seconds of this blitz.
It took them 6 minutes and 30 seconds to get into the lead with 10 caps. And after that, they've almost managed to get half of their caps in 30 seconds.
Look at this, PD trying to get another one. Look at it, PD getting the 2-piece. Now standing on the portal for the next one. He goes back. His teammate is still there, but he's going to get picked up by somebody else. Kyle and PD actually fighting to both get in the point there. And it's just a complete rout at the moment. What happened to TYT this second half? They've kind of let it all go. Can they try and hold on for the last remaining 2 minutes, 15 seconds? Oh my goodness.
It looked like the mentality of the guys has dropped a little bit. They weren't too sure what to do when they were on the back foot. They just have such an idea as to what to do when they are on the attacking front. But when they're on the defense and they've got to try and bounce back from being behind, it looks like they just don't have the answer or the confidence. And how do you actually come back from this kind of situation? With 2 minutes left, they've got to try and pull out some unstoppable and some absolutely unbelievable plays.
At the moment, Aware Gaming, they're going to have to just kind of pull the power supply out here, TYT, because Aware Gaming are just running over them. It's now 17-9, and this is not like the same team we saw in the first half. TYT just having no answer at all. McGee on board with him. Can he try and get it again? He does see one in the corner. He's going to pick up the kill regardless. And now what is he going to do? It does seem like he's going to go around the back, try and find his way in again. Momo's actually there as well, so that's now 18-9. and it just seems like Aware Gaming are running away with this one. Quicker than you, trying to find someone off the spawn. He's going to see Momo almost close to turning on him, but now they managed to get a point back, 19 for 10. But is it too little, too late? I think it might be.
I'd be happy to say that I got double-digit blitz caps against Aware Gaming. Just saying. I
would not be happy for this second half, though. This second half has been absolutely shocking. It would actually be 11 to 9 against 11 to 1 on this second half, and that is just not an acceptable score any day of the week, especially when you had the lead. In Somulus, the man we usually see running towards the enemy flag doing some work is having to sit back and defend and try and stop something here. Still loses the gunfight to PD. PD unfortunately taken down by Fearcrads. Benny Central actually just laying on the floor there trying to get some pre-aim.
Still 10 and 19 right now with 2 captures to his name, but it looks like the nerves hitting them a little bit as they know they've pretty much can't win this game, and their aim's just going a little bit all over the place. But Benny just trying to pick up those kills, trying to rally the troops. You know, damage limitation at this point with 15 seconds left. Let's say if they could get another cap quicker than you, he is going to get another cap for the team. 20 to 13 right now.
Now they're trading effectively, but it's far too little too late. Like I said, they let 11 caps go in before they get one of their own, and that really, you cannot do that at this kind of level. And it's unfortunate. It does mean that Aware Gaming are going to take this series 3-0, 20 to 13 on the blitz. But oh my goodness, what a second half for Aware. That, I don't know, it wasn't even a game in the second half.
Yeah, I think it does kind of relay the fact that there is a weaker and stronger side on this map, to say the least. And the YouTubers, in all honesty, I would say I'd be proud to have lost in that kind of way. I know PT going absolutely huge in that game.
28 kills.
And 7 caps.
7 captures. What a play by PD. He is looking very strong at this game at the moment. I'm sure competing this weekend he's also going to look very strong. But there we go. That has been the Pro Scrims. If you guys want to check out the Gfinity YouTube, you can do. All the VODs will be on there, of course.
There will be the VODs of the actual Pro Scrims from tonight, as well as previous ones we've done and in the future. Don't forget that we are launching the Pro League next week, where 6 of the top European teams will be fighting it out on a weekly basis for a cash pot prize that we won't say too much about right now. But you will see all the details very soon. It's going to be an incredible, incredible couple of weeks over this Christmas period for Call of Duty. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Gfinity. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. It is Gfinity UK. And for me, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Yep, we will see you guys next time on Pro Scrims.